Samsung is gearing up to reveal its highly anticipated One UI 7 software at its annual developer conference. While the South Korean tech giant has dominated the Android market for years, the question remains, can One UI 7 compete with the latest versions of HarmonyOS Next and iOS 18? Let's dive into what One UI 7 brings and how it stacks up against its competitors. Samsung may be the largest Android partner and sell the most devices each quarter, but when it comes to software, they've always been playing catch-up. Despite their dominance in hardware, Samsung has lagged behind when it comes to delivering a seamless software experience. One UI 6 introduced some much-needed changes like a revamped quick settings panel and new controls that users appreciated. But these tweaks didn't address some of the core issues with Samsung's software. The user interface still feels a bit rigid, and the animations aren't as smooth as they could be, meaning the device's hardware potential isn't fully realized. One UI 7, based on the latest Android 15, promises to build on these improvements. Samsung is expected to bring camera optimizations, better navigation features, and even support for satellite connectivity. But will that be enough to put One UI 7 on par with iOS 18 and HarmonyOS Next? Apple's iOS 18 has already made waves with its massive UI overhaul and focus on personalization. For years, Android users have enjoyed more customization options, but now Apple has stepped up its game. iOS 18 allows users to customize the control center with custom controls, resize buttons, and even group them for better organization. This isn't entirely new in the Android world, but Apple has refined it to perfection. The customizations are smoother, more intuitive, and much more accessible. Users can change app icon colors directly from the home screen without diving into settings, a level of ease that still outshines Samsung's offering. iOS 18 has also seen improvements in performance. Apps open faster, animations feel more fluid, and even though it's still locked at 60 Hz on older devices, the experience feels seamless. HarmonyOS Next is Huawei's latest venture, building upon its existing HarmonyOS platform. Initially seen as an Android-based system, Huawei has worked hard to turn it into a native app ecosystem, especially in the Chinese market. When comparing HarmonyOS to One UI 6, Huawei's software already outperforms Samsung's in terms of fluidity and responsiveness. Now, with HarmonyOS Next, Huawei is doubling down on smoothness and physics-based controls. The interactions feel more natural and responsive, giving it an edge over Samsung's current offering. The key question is whether Samsung can catch up with HarmonyOS Next and One UI 7. Huawei has polished its OS to the point where it feels like a native experience, while Samsung's software still struggles with some rigidness and performance issues. One UI 7 will certainly come with significant improvements over its predecessor, especially with the backing of Android 15. Customers, especially those who already enjoy the hardware, but feel let down by the software. As we await the official unveiling of One UI 7 at Samsung's developer conference, all eyes will be on whether Samsung can finally deliver a software experience that stands up to the likes of iOS 18 and HarmonyOS Next. Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, Samsung can't afford to fall behind any further.